I knew that night, after 10 years of being at one brokerage, I was leaving.
Hello, Nicole Christofferson with NMC Realty Group, and I have my friend Kim here who recently joined me at EXP. She was blown away. She had never heard about EXP, and I just wanted her to share a little bit about her evolution of understanding.
I have been a realtor in Austin for more than a decade. I am a top producer in Austin. I had heard of EXP that it was just another broker. And it wasn't until I sat down with some friends who moved over from my previous brokerage and they explained what this is about. And I am blown away. I knew that night, after 10 years of being at one brokerage, I was leaving.
It's part of like entrepreneurship though. And that's why I wanted to have somebody authentically get on that newly joined, because I went through major transition last year. Like not only did I move and then I had to establish my licenses in another state, but I also had another brokerage in another state, but huge changes, changing brokerages, synchronizing branding. How has it been for you?
It's been a challenge, to be honest, to
Okay.
rebrand. I was under one brand that wasn't my own. I realized for 10 years I was renting my business from my broker. I use their photographer for their headshots. I use their branding, their logo, their everything.
Do you
their
own
marketing.
any of that?
None of it. Zero. So the switch to EXP, what I knew I had to do was to brand myself. I now have the Abundant Property Group and I have new logos, new brands, but the best part about it is the collaboration. I have upped the table that I'm sitting at. Lunch,
That's a great way to put it.
I have upped the people. Your life is the 5 people you surround yourself with. I just upped those 5 people exponentially. I am now connected with a global brand. Also,
Well, and you're an abundant traveler. So being a part of a global brand and having brokers in 22 countries under our EXP umbrella is powerful while you're traveling.
It is huge. I can connect with realtors all across the world now just through the Abundant Traveler, which is my YouTube channel for travel. And I can connect with them, collaborate with them, meet them, learn their systems, their processes.
The referral network is global.
Huge referral network.
And it's at a click of a button, because Facebook Workplace, which has been around forever, EXP is the single largest user of Workplace. And so when she's in Spain and she meets somebody traveling that's from Wisconsin who might be relocating to Florida, she's like, hold on, let me just get on Workplace and find out who I know in Wisconsin. I got somebody in Florida too. And like we are able to, with the click of a button, not only connect with agents, we're able to share our clients' listings, we're able to prospect for off-market opportunities for our clients.
Click of a button. It's unbelievable. I also have been looking for the traditional brokerage model is get on the hamster wheel, do transaction,
And try and find out how much your broker can give you. How much can they give me? What do they help me with? What do they give me? And you know what? It's not about that. It's about what can you give yourself. This is our business. We all got into real estate to be self-employed.
Well,
but then
sort of.
everybody looks at their broker like they need something from them, or they need that security of a roof over their head. And at the end of the day, business is done different.
Yes.
And when you take control of your real estate business and you look at self-employment the way it should be looked at, which is building it for yourself and for
And our
your
family.
future. So we have ownership at EXP. We have agent equity program. Like we are earning stock every time we close a transaction, and our broker is rewarding us with stock if we hit certain transactional goals, which means we're working for free. We have a tech fee, which you know what our tech fee does? Lets us get in touch with our broker within less than 90 seconds if we have a question, or transactional, or meetings, or educational calendars and stuff like that. So it's like every resource that everybody's needed, Tom Ferry's, the Buffini's, all those coaching groups, and then, you know, the best photographer, the best videographer, this stuff. You know what? We have everybody's playbook and everybody's coaching experience, and we're all on Workplace and we're all masterminding together. Plus our broker is giving us equity in the company.
Yeah.
Kind of no-brainer.
It's a
kind of
no-brainer.
got a bad rap early out the gates. And I think people were explaining it wrong. And now they have a luxury division, which I'm a founding member of, and welcome.
And, thank
Now
you. Just joined
I'm going to go share my information with her that I have developed from our luxury division information that I love sharing with my selling clients because they can't find it anywhere else. It's unmatched. The resources we're able to provide our sellers now, and their homes are able to get marketed globally, which in Southern California and Austin is a necessity. So it's powerful. I'm happy you're here, and I I know that this is just the beginning.
So amazing.
Because 87,000 agents is where we were at in April of 2023 right now in 22 countries. And I know our founder's goal is 500,000 agents,
Yeah.
and I know how many realtors there are out there, and I know how many people won't even sit and learn. So once you open your mind and learn what technology has done for you in your phone and your email and having the MLS and not a paper book for your property searches, and you realize that this brokerage is giving you access to be able to do business better for your clients and better for yourself, you might want to sit down at a table and listen to what they have to say, because it doesn't hurt to learn. It's up to you to make the change. You know, change is definitely uncomfortable, but when it catapults you forward in your business,
unbelievable. I wish I'd known about this company years ago, but I didn't.
Well,
so.
here we are today, sharing all our secrets and, you know, opening up our phone line and our emails if you want to ask us any questions, because I would love to have more amazing people join us and collaborate with us and see what it can do for their business, because I'm here to just help build people up, and so are you.
Pour into people. Pour into people and improve our lives. You know, we're building these businesses for our lives, for our families' lives, and there's no better platform than eXp Realty.
And I do look at it like I'm building a future. I have all this stock that I've accumulated through my sales and through my gifts from my broker. And my kids are going to, you know, as soon as they're 18, they're going to have their license. They're going to be beneficiaries of that. Like, it's going to play on. And I'm sorry, but if you're looking at the stock in April of 2023, I believe eXp keep picking up. So that's a really good sign when
it's a good sign.
A stock is going up and the agent count's going up and our resources are going up and our reach is going up and our smiles are going up.
Powerful company.
Yeah, leveraging these luxury resources that we have and sharing our knowledge.
When you're your own broker, why would you take it and move it over to eXp?
My main reason for exploring eXp initially was because I was in Texas and I wanted my branding in both states to be synchronized, because it was very important to me with a 20-year book of business and my boutique brokerage in Orange County, California, that I maintain my reputation there and expand here. I didn't want to have two separate entities or two separate styles of businesses, because they naturally feed each other business. But the one thing that got me really excited was the network, because being a boutique broker owner and being in Southern California, we have a really tight knit group of like top producing agents that started boutique brokerages. I'm very involved on the board at Newport Beach, and I know a ton of people after 20 years. That wasn't enough for my client. I needed national reach. I was relocating. I was expanding. My clients were relocating. They were investing other places. And we know the demographic of buyers that buy in luxury markets are not just hyper local. It's hyper international. You know, it's not local. And so I needed those resources, and the collaboration that I had from the moment I hung my license in Texas and started my team here in Texas. I knew my team in California needed it. It is amazing. I know people who have coaching programs they invest in, and they've invested in them for 10 years. Imagine if your brokerage collaborated enough that you didn't need to pay thousands of dollars for a coach. Not saying you shouldn't. There's people that have coaches at eXp, but my 20 years of experience coupled with the resources and the network that I have at eXp and how much we collaborate with like top producing agents that are icons that are just hitting marks every single year, opening their playbook, sharing their CRM, email flows, it's things that like took me weeks to build out. I'm getting resources to help my business give it selflessly. Instantly I get emailed information or they'll get on a Zoom and help me walk me through things. And so when I heard they were gonna open a luxury division, it was around summertime of 2022, which I still hadn't transitioned my brokerage. An abundance of business that was happening there that I couldn't disrupt with that transition, because the Department of Real Estate is a little bit difficult with changes and time consuming. So when I finally transitioned my brokerage in August, I knew the luxury division was going to be launching in October. So it gave me a couple months of that, but when the luxury division launched in October, it changed for me, because the logos are different, they're monochromatic, they match what my modern branding is, and the resources they offer are phenomenal. Not just for us internally, but the reach for our clients and what it's doing for my seller. It's a no-brainer. Every listing appointment right now.
It's a no-brainer. It is syndicating to the Robb Report, to Unique Homes, to Wall Street Journal.
Over 50 international publications that additionally reach high net worth demographics that, you know, appeal to a luxury international marketplace.
That's true. I was just at a conference in Cabo, and I was going on a luxury listing appointment as soon as I got back. This is a collaboration at eXp. Pete Middleton, who is in La Jolla and in Nashville, I told him, I said, I haven't gotten into the luxury group yet. And he said, here, what's your phone number? He just gave me his listing appointment, all of his docs, gave me everything, all of his assets, all of his marketing. He said, just take this with you to your listing appointment. We're all in this together. And
When
luxury
has that
agents,
ever happened
never.
at any other brokerage?
Never.
They may give you a template and everybody goes and runs away and secretly does what they do and they do all their tips and tricks, and they don't share it with anybody. And what they don't realize is, some local markets, like agents, have equal opportunity to a listing and they earn it in their different means or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, most agents at eXp aren't in the hyper local same market. Like, some of us are in different areas of Austin. Pete's in San Diego, Tina's in Florida, right? I mean, Renee Funk's in Florida. Like, we all are in different marketplaces. So what's the harm in sharing and giving us that leap ahead to be able to not recreate the wheel? We call it, sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Even here in Austin, there is a high producing group, the Icon group, which is when you have tapped and done an additional 20 transactions or $500,000 gross commission income. And we're sitting at a table and we're sharing everything, and we're in the same market. It's not just different markets. It's here in Austin.
Who's going to use it exactly the same?
Nobody.
Because there's a statistical geeky person that wants to do all the stats and has all the information, and I don't think that way. And so they're going to help me put it into my words or share their stats and simplify it for me in a summary. And I'm going to use it differently than them because my database for my newsletter monthly is not mainly Austin.
Right.
So, it's just really awesome to share. And I can't even say it enough.
What are some of the assets that we get with the luxury division now?
So you get writers, you get flyers, they give you a video, like a luxury video, you upload all of your stuff into the system. You get up to 10 listings at a time in our eXp luxury listing portal site. All 10 of those listings are syndicated. So our luxury threshold, because it's nationwide, currently is $1 million or above. So you put your information in, or it syndicates from the MLS, and then you activate your listing 10 at a time, not 10 all year, 10 at a time. So you can do hundreds of transactions over $1 million, and it all still falls into your luxury division resources for that year. So you qualify with your production.
Correct.
You provide closing statements and proof of the production. You don't just write it on a piece of paper. They vet you, and then you have to financially invest in being a part of this group, which again sets us apart because we are committed to those resources and upholding those standards of the luxury division, which means getting on mastermind groups together. I find that the luxury mastermind groups are super helpful. I had an agent from Aspen sharing his email follow-up on a listing presentation before he even has the listing. And I was like, this is phenomenal. It's like how they open their playbook it never ends.
It never ends.
So you get your syndication Rob report, you get reports for your sellers, we get discounts on our CRMs, we get discounts on publishing stuff. That's free with our thing. You get a dedicated website on the luxury website, but you can publish your properties in Success Magazine. And we get phenomenal rates for that too. So it's just a win-win all around.
It's a win-win.
Our clients require specific marketing tools at that caliber for particular listings, and this gets to reach the proper demographic outside of your standard MLS or all of our networking groups. We all have national networking groups and spheres of influence and things like that, but this is just on another caliber for us at eXp.
I love it. Explain a little bit about being in 2 markets at eXp, because it is different. It's not like you got to be a member of so-and-so brokerage over here and so-and-so brokerage over here if you're in 2 markets.
Most brokerages are going to have the intention of gaining your business in both marketplaces if the brokerage has representation in both markets. Because I did explore other brokerages when I knew I was going to be expanding to Texas. That's pretty common. Operating 2 teams in 2 separate locations has been super helpful because the Southern California market and the Austin market have a lot of similarities. They're a little bit of a melting pot. We're getting an influx of population migrating, shall we call it, like north to south in California and west to central from California to Austin. And so a lot of it has similarities. But in terms of where the marketplace is here in Austin now, that's why I really needed these luxury resources and the backing of a luxury brand and a luxury division. Austin now is mirroring Southern California in our price points and our appreciation and the demand and the businesses that are here. And so my 20 years of experience of being around the top producers in California and being in the Orange County marketplace is really helping me in this market.
That's great.
So I'm able to share a lot of my knowledge with my peers, on what we did for marketing that, hasn't necessarily been done regularly here. Not done at all.
We're Austin. But something that is unique to eXp, if you're going to be in 2 markets, you only have 1 cap and 1 company. That's what's amazing to me. So
if people do you know what caps are, it just means means most people have a set commission structure with their broker, meaning the agent makes X percent, the broker takes Y on every transaction. It's very rare that brokerages have a cap, which means you only pay your broker a max amount of commission.
That's true. But at eXp, most of the time, there are very few brokerages that are one company. So for example, Keller Williams, they are market centers. They're actually owned by different people. Same with RE/MAX. You may have a RE/MAX in both markets that you want to work in, but the thing is those market centers are owned by different people, which means you have a different structure, you have different income levels, you have different caps, you have different marketing, you have different everything. At eXp, it is one $16,000 cap. It is one company, one brand, and I just think that's amazing. So if you have a second home somewhere, or if you have family, like you live part-time in this city and part-time in that city, I think that's just incredible that it is all one company. You're not trying to recreate the wheel because you choose to be in a different market. And not only is that in the US, but now we're in how many?
22 countries.
22 countries. So we could be doing that in Mexico or in Spain, or yes, I want to go live in Spain. So I'm going to be doing it in Austin, Texas, and Spain. But I just think that's an incredible thing that nobody else offers.
It just made sense because once I had my license hung in Austin with eXp, and I was taken under some pretty big wings and pulled up into leadership roles and meeting people from other states and seeing firsthand the ability I had to connect with people throughout the nation and learn from them and learn these different marketplaces that my clients were talking to me about, and not just having to refer my client off to another agent. Like, I physically have relationships with these people, and we often get together because we travel a lot to go speak on different panels and stuff in different states to just help share that it's not just them saying it. We all come together and collaborate on panels a lot too, but it didn't make sense for me to be a broker owner anymore.
Yeah.
I have my brand. I'm a real estate agent. I'm a real estate broker. It is my own business. You all need to start looking at your real estate like it's your business that you're operating. You just hang your license with a broker for their resources. Imagine if you had amazing resources, a nationwide and a global network to share your clients' properties with, or to lean on for collaboration and growth in your business, marketing tools and stuff. And then you had a huge fraction of your commissions still come back to you to be able to support your business.
Yes.
And you have ownership in the company.
Yeah.
We all are owners of eXp. We all have rev share. We all have stock options. We all have the agent equity program if we want to opt into it. And if you cap at eXp and then you icon, you get the $16,000 in commission that you paid the brokerage back in stock that year.
Yeah.
Kind of a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
And it's
a no-brainer.
It's hard for people in business to think differently and to get comfortable with change. I thank my husband for taking me on this adventure and us really pushing each other to go on this adventure in our life, because it made me really comfortable with change in my business. And I cannot look back and say, if I would have kept doing my business the same way, I wouldn't be where I am today.
True.
It is time for our real estate industry to innovate. It is time for people to start working together. It's why I started my other company, Work Hard, Smile Large. It's powerful. The world needs it, and we can only learn and grow from it. So don't be afraid of a global digital brokerage, and don't be afraid of what you don't know about what they're doing. It has a stigma. Every brokerage has a bad agent. Every brokerage has people not doing good business. I hate to say it. Everybody does business different because it's our business.
It is our
We
business.
just collaborate with the broker. We have a lot better collaboration and so many more resources, and it's so much more innovative at eXp that if you don't know, call or message us. Like, we'll answer questions. I'm not here to push it on anybody. I'm just saying, don't wait too long.
Don't wait too long.
If you want to learn more, message me here. You can text me directly on my cell phone. I'll put the number right here. Email me. Thank you for joining me, Kim.
Thanks for having me.